Last film breakdown of the season. Bittersweet. Sometimes these film breakdowns make me want to squeeze lemon into my eyes. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, last film breakdown of the season. This one's interesting. Not much on offense with this one. Lots of running, which I'm not against. At one point, it was downpouring, and if your run game is working, why go against it? Especially at the point where you're up 17-0. Run the damn ball. We've been asking for it all year, and now all of a sudden people get all bent out of shape that Tua only has 100-something yards passing. It's because the run game was working. So I got some stuff here that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to show good amount on offense, not that much on defense. Towards the end, defense got a little sloppy. Let the Patriots come back in this a little bit. But yeah, and then also there's some news coming out of more potential head coaching candidates. Dolphins are asking for permission to interview. Vance Joseph was one of them. Dan Quinn, another one. And I think the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys as well. I think Cullen. Again, I'm off the top of my head. I think they also asked for permission to interview him as well. So as things come on, I'll let you know. I think I'm going to do an updated who they've interviewed and all that stuff video either this weekend or next week. But we're going to talk about this. We're going to get into the film breakdown. I got a good amount, so let's jump into this. So we're going to start with this play. This is the first drive. Dolphins marched right down the field, scored a touchdown, and I'm going with this play because it's a very easy let's start play. You know, essentially marching down the field very methodically, making quick passes. There's a few RPOs, nice runs, and everything. You know, we're down here. I think this is first down. We are on their 17-yard line here, and without me even playing it, right? You're gonna have some motion coming from here. You know, in the pistol formation. Without even playing it, right? You got that single high safety here. Who would you throw it to? You know, Tua's reading the defense, single high safety. He's looking over, seeing his receivers. You know, I do hear, and I've talked to people who said that they don't think Tua got better in reading the defense. I disagree. I'll talk about that in my Tua evaluation. But just looking at this play right here, who do you think he's going to throw it to, and who do you think he should throw it to? I'm going to play it, and you'll see. I'll point out what I'm talking about. So let me play this real quick. A little bit of motion from Shaheen. Boom. Now you see what I was talking about, right? You got and then once he sees that, right? See if I can look at the thumbs up that Parker's giving. Looking over real quick. Once he sees this, just easy completion on a quick slant here. Just easy. He's like, I'm not even going to hand it to Duke Johnson here. Look at all of this room he's got here. I'm going to put that right on him. Bam. Some people, while I was watching the game live, were saying that he threw it behind him. He did. We'll look at it from the other angle. But they said it was off. The pass was off. From watching it, I don't think the pass was off. And I think the pass, he threw it behind him because of McCourty here. He throws that in front of him. I think McCourty's going to smack that down. So I think he put it behind him, so McCourty didn't get it, grabs it, gets the first down, and then we're going to show the touchdown pass to Waddle. So this was completely blown coverage here. I'll take it all day, every day. Waddle's lined up over here. He's going to motion, and he's going to come around here, and you're going to have Devonta Parker kind of come up and go in. This safety here, or I think this is the corner, he's supposed to drop back here and take this. But in turn, he goes inside, and he takes Devonta Parker, even though he has the linebacker here, and he has the safety over the top here. And by him going in, it leaves Jalen Waddle butt naked open. Just butt naked open. See how he went in? Boop, get the feet down. Just butt naked open. Comes across, and they shift. With his motion, they shift. But we've been running it all of this drive. And you'll see how us running it all game and being successful with big chunk yardage runs starts to make the Patriots defense do this. Start to bite up on the run. Start to bite up on the run. You see how they're all in that stance of getting ready to, potentially attack the runner here. He's biting up on the run. He's coming forward on the run. Both of their eyes, all of their eyes, are on this right here. Neither one of them is looking at this wide receiver or this wide receiver. They're all looking at the run here. And that is why having a run game is so critical to the success of the offense. I don't even give a crap about Tua Tagovailoa. To the success of the offense is right here. They're all preparing for that run, not realizing. And then he bites over here, wide open. Wide open. This guy here is taking him. He's following him once they realize play action. He went on the inside to him. He went on the inside to him. Nobody's looking at Waddle except for his boy, Tua Tagovailoa. He was supposed to go out here. That's where he was supposed to go. He was supposed to take him, and he could have even, went back and took him while he had him. But nope. Blown coverage, which I'll take it. And he just tosses it up to him. Boop. Here's the pick six. And Mac Jones was off this game. He had some nice passes on some, wide open throws, but he was off this game. And I think I have a few plays to show that he was off. His passes were off and his reads were off. And this was first pass of the game. Very first pass of the game. I don't know if this got in his head and he started to really second guess some of his throws, but this was the first throw of the game and he stares down his receiver. Doesn't even try to attempt to look him off. Dropping back, staring at him, throw, boom, interception. Pick six. Absolute great play by Xavier Howard here. An absolute great play here. So again, it's just going to be a quick curl route here. But he does, and then this is going to be a go route. And what Xavier Howard does is he follows and then he releases and comes forward and he picks that ball off. And he essentially messes with Mac Jones. Right? Jams him. Follows. And look at him he's staring at him. He's waiting for him to curl. Waiting. See how he did that little, with his arm? Waiting for him to curl. And at that point, you saw Xavier Howard. He's going to jam him and he's going to look at the quarterback and realize he ain't throwing it to him. Watch. Jam. Eyes back. Because he has this safety over the top. So if he is going to throw it deep, he's got the safety over the top to come over and help him out. So what does he do? He jams him, and then he looks at him. And he sees, he's waiting. Absolutely waiting for that route. And he's following him. Still following him, but he's keeping his eyes on the quarterback. Waiting for it. Boom. Jumps right in front of it. Mac Jones could not have telegraphed that pass more if he tried to. Just completely staring down that receiver the entire time. Doesn't look off of him. Look. Staring at him, pumping, waiting for it. Boom. Intercepted. And he was already coming down. Once X let him go, he was already coming down to cover him. Not a bad play by Mac Jones, if I've ever seen it. So this is third down here, and this is a pass that seems off. And the more I look at it, it seems like something happens with Devonta Parker here. So essentially you have wide receiver, tight end, wide receiver, tight end. And you're going to have Matt Collins. He's going to pretty much run a go route. You're going to have, I think this is Durham Smythe. He's going to kind of run a curl route here. You're going to have Jalen Waddle kind of running an out route here. Devonta Parker running a post route. And you're going to have Mike Gesicki running an in route. So he's got options. Third down here. Your first down markers right here. He's got options. They gave him a plethora of options here. I like these types of plays because he has options. You can go to Waddle on the out. You can go to the curl here if that's open. You can go to the in route and go to the post. He ends up going to the post, and I'll play it, and it seems like, I don't know if it is on Parker or on Tua, because when he throws it, it's where Parker should be on his post. I'll play it, and then I'll talk about it. See, when he throws it, it's where he anticipates Parker will be on that post route. Right? So you get the motion from Gesicki. Gesicki's going to be running the in. Parker here. We're going to watch Parker. Boom. Gets touched here. And then see, he throws it right where he should be. And it seems like he kind of stops a little bit. Very lucky he drops this very easy interception. Do we get points off this drive? No. No, yes, we do. We do get points off this drive. We get a field goal because then we try to punt and then we get the flag for unnecessary hit. But it seems like, so hit here and then he throws it. He throws it here, anticipating a ball's already out. He's already thrown it. Ball, I think, is here. I think this player. Yeah. He already threw it expecting that turn and him to keep going to get the ball, because if he keeps going to get the ball, see how he kind of stops here? See, did you see that? He kind of stops. He kind of like stops right here. See how he puts his hands out instead of keep running? Because if he would have kept running, that might have been a touchdown. If he would have kept running, that might have been a touchdown. I don't know what happened. He might have got tripped up. I think that was J.C. Jackson. Maybe he got tripped up and he was kind of falling with his hands. But that would have been a touchdown. There was no one in front of him. He would have been a chase. I don't think that was on Tua. I think that might have been a trip up from the corner, causing Devonta Parker to kind of stumble in his route. I mean, he got lucky and throw an interception there. So this is third down. This ends up being a field goal. He throws 50-50 ball to Devonta Parker down here against J.C. Jackson. It's going to be a fade. I don't hate the throw. I don't hate the decision there for him to just, he's 50-50. He's got the height on him. Just great play by J.C. Jackson. I'm going to play it, and then I realized something as I was watching it over and over and over again, like I normally do. So I'm just going to play it. We'll look at it here. Just great play to smack that ball down. The thing I noticed, and I want to point this out, because I noticed a lot of Patriot fans on Twitter and stuff were circling and like crying about potential holds that weren't called on the Dolphins, all that stuff here. Watch Judon, I think this is right here, and watch this. Ball's not snapped. Did you see that? Ball's not snapped yet. Very close to offsides. But yeah, it's just a good play. We'll look at it from the other angle. A good play by J.C. Jackson there. Tua puts the ball in a nice spot for Devonta Parker to get it. It's just a good play by J.C. Jackson to get his hand in there, smack the ball away. I might have wanted it a little bit more to the outside, maybe more to his left shoulder. See how it was kind of in more? Maybe put it over here more. That's nitpicking though. Good play on defense. And it was such a quick decision that's the play. Beat your man, and I'm going to get you the ball, that we can't really look at anything else to see what he should have done. That's the play. 50-50 to Devonta Parker versus J.C. Jackson. Your job, hike the ball, look at him, give him the ball. There's no point looking at any other routes. But I think that was offsides. You let me know. This is going to be a big conversion on second down here. Dolphins are going to be sending pressure. The Patriots are going to keep a lot in. I think they're going to keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in. I think 7 in. They're only going to have 3 guys running routes, 2 receivers and their tight end. Dolphins have a single high safety again. They're sending a ton of pressure towards Mac Jones, but they play zone underneath, and I hate that. I know they shouldn't be playing man that often, and I get it and I understand it, but it's in certain situations, especially if you're sending pressure. I would prefer if they played man when they're sending pressure, just because when you play zone, things like this happen, and I hate it. So they send a ton at him, keep a ton in. Mac Jones gets out, tosses it to a wide open Hunter Henry. Wide open, and he was wide open because there's the zone underneath. So you see here, and they're playing that zone. They're looking at the quarterback playing zone. He sneaks right behind him. Boom, gets it to him. Versus if you're playing man, then all of a sudden this is a whole different scenario. You got a man on him, whoever it might be. I don't want it to be Landon Roberts, who's not very good in coverage, but you keep a man on him. Okay, now, Jerome Baker, you drop back, you cover him, you stick with him. He's going to scramble for the first. So either way, this was going to be a big conversion, but instead it's a big pass for a lot. So this is a third down here. The previous drive I was talking about on defense, they got the touchdown on third down run, so it's 17-7 at this point. And this is just a good play on defense. Judon over here is just, I don't know if they know the snap count or what, but he's getting off at the perfect time. And, we're going to keep 6 in. They're going to send 5, and they send Kyle Van Noy late. And no one's open. Tua gets sacked here. No one's open. You can't even blame, hey, someone's open. He took a sack. He shouldn't have. No. No one's open. And it just... At some point, someone does get open here, but at that point, he's already sacked. And it's Kyle Van Noy right here. Because he comes in and then he waits. See how he waits? Engage block, engage block. He's not blocking anyone. Engage block, engage block. No one's really open. Could try to thread it here, but then you have this guy here. He's covering him. No one's open. Could try to throw it here, but you have Kyle Van Noy coming on his right, so he obviously can't turn to make that throw. Has to get out of the pocket. Sack. It's a good play by the defense. Everyone was covered. And they sent Kyle Van Noy on a late pressure. I never want to see this, but they see Kyle Van Noy on a late pressure. It's a good sack. Holds the Patriots to a 3 and out, so it's still 17-7 at this point. It's first and long now because I think there's a false start on the offense. And this is going to be a pass to Waddle here. He's going to be running a post route. And unfortunately, he drops it. Now, could the ball have been placed better? Yes. But it still hits him in the hands, and he needs to catch this. Because this might have been a touchdown here. Play action here. Drop back. Boom. Got to catch that. Got to catch that. Let me see if they were showing. I think somebody said it was tipped. Yep, it was tipped. It definitely was tipped by Kyle Van Noy. See him? He hits it. But you got to catch that. Which, that's me getting on him about catching that is like minuscule because obviously he has 104 receptions this year. Kyle Van Noy gets his hands up, smacks it. But it's like, you got to catch that. See where the ball is? Got to catch that because you're gone. He is gone for a touch. We won. We won 27-24. We won. But got to catch that. It'd be such a home run hit. But yeah, great play by Kyle Van Noy smacking the ball, and unfortunately he didn't catch it. So this is third and long, same drive. And a lot of people, again, this game was a good game on the offensive line, but it's plays like this, right? The defense is going to send 1, 2, 3, 4. The Dolphins are going to keep in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on 4. I'm going to play. Tua's going to scramble out to his left. He's going to miss Matt Collins. I'll talk about it because I think it was a miscommunication. But just watch. 7 on 4. 7 on 4. Watch what happens. So he gets the pressure in there, forces Tua to roll out to his left and throw it. I'll show you where the miscommunication is. Because here's Matt Collins right here, right? Going out, goes back in. I think Tua thought he was going to continue towards the sideline when he threw it. No. Because then he would have thrown it short. I think he just was off. It's pressure on him. Because if he thought he was going to continue to go to the sideline, he would have thrown it here. But the ball lands here. You got to make that throw. These are the instances that a lot of people question Tua. We're looking at it from the other angle, but you got to make that throw. Those are the factors that can change a game, especially if we're down at this point, because he gets pressure in his face. You got 2 guys blocking him, 2 guys blocking. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, it was 6. 6 on 4. Roll him out. And just a bad pass. You got to make that pass. Plain simple. Throw it ahead of him. I don't know what he was trying to do, where he was trying to go with it, but you got to throw it ahead of him. Give him a chance. Matt Collins play. Catch it. Got to make that pass. So this is a second down long conversion here. And again, at this point, we're still up 17-7. And they don't, it's like they take away the aggression from the defense. Because they play like it looks like a single high safety here. But it's not. Because he's gonna drop back, play a zone. Byron Jones is gonna drop back. He's gonna play a zone. He's again real suspect circles, and then he's gonna drop back and he's gonna play a zone, right? So you're gonna have, pretty deep zones going on there, and he just runs a really deep comeback route. Look at that arrow. Isn't that a thing of beauty? And Mac Jones has all the time in the world. And I would have liked some type of aggression here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, all the time in the world to get that pass off. They sent 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They kept 6 in. Sent 4. And you see, he's dropping back. Sorry, it was too high. It looked like pretty much a cover 2, because look how far back he's going. Not even looking at 15 here. I'm assuming he's covering 15. Just playing that zone. You don't send pressure at him. You send 4 on 6, and then you drop him back into zone. You give Mac Jones 4 seconds to wait for something to develop in front of him. And I understand we won this game, and I understand at this point we're up 17-7. Got a 10-point lead. But you never know with these types of teams. I would prefer a little bit more aggression, especially on longer downs, 2nd and long, 3rd and long. Be a little bit more aggressive. Have the over-the-top help so you don't give up a touchdown, but have man coverage and get after him. And he's not fast. He's not a fast quarterback. And I have a play where I'm going to show you why Mac Jones doesn't scare me if you blitz him. And I'm going to show you. This is going to be the sack, and this is what I'm talking about, right? 2nd and long. And this is going to be a sack here, and eventually they're going to have to punt after the next play. But great play by Kyle Van Noy here, getting around the left tackle. Easily beat him here. Boom. Gets the pressure on him. But that is what I wanted to see more often, because they converted a lot of 3rd and longs. Man coverage. Man. And the Dolphins set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a delay. But man. See how they're all covered? Boom, sack. And you kept him here if, Mac Jones decided he wanted to run. If he got out of that pressure and decided he wanted to take off. This is what I wanted to see more often. Because look, they're all covered. And you had Javon Holland here coming up if he was going to throw this pass. Ends up being a sack. So this is, I think, like a minute before the half. And I think at this point we have one timeout left. And Tua ends up throwing this ball away, which is smart. We don't have much timeouts left. And you do a stupid decision. We're trying to get some points before half. Again, it is 17-7 at this point. So try to get some type of points, whether field goal or something. But here's another instance of, I don't know if Tua doesn't trust himself. I don't know what goes on in his head. But here's another instance where just throw it. Trust your arm, trust your accuracy, and throw the ball. He ends up just throwing the ball away, which again is smart. Keep the clock from running. But he wanted to throw that to Devonta Parker. But he ends up just throwing the ball away. Did you see when he threw it? He looks over here. Then he goes over. He wants to throw it to Devonta Parker. And I understand you have this guy right here who might jump in on the ball. Horrible arrow. And that's why he didn't throw it. But you got to trust yourself to fit it in there. You got to trust yourself that you can put that. He's what? A good 4 yards, 3-4 yards away from him. You got to trust yourself that you can get that in there. And especially because he started to slide to his left. Throw it. Comes up, looks over, wants to throw it. Doesn't. See, he could have fit that in there. We'll look at it from the other angle to see if maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he was closer than I'm looking at on this angle. But he needs to trust himself more. He does not trust himself. But he has time in the pocket here to go through his reads. Looking 1, 2, boom. I can't even see it. He could have fit that in there. When he pumped it, he could have definitely fit that in there. He was here. Here's where he would have thrown it, right here. Let's see. I have to keep my cursor on it. See where his feet are? Up here. He would have thrown it here. And look how far over he was. He would have hit it. He has this window here. This is a big window here. I think he should have thrown it. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think he should have trusted himself. He ends up just throwing it away. I think he should have trusted himself there. I think he would have fit that in there. We've seen him do it before. We've seen him throw a touchdown pass, 2 defenders on either side of Waddle. He throws it in there. He can do it. So this is 11-7. 11 seconds left. We have no timeouts. We are on their 44-yard line. This is what? A 62-yard field goal if they attempted this right now. So essentially they're trying to get closer. You're going to have Waddle come over here, but you're going to have the defense of the Patriots were smart. They just covered the sidelines. You weren't going to throw to the sidelines. Tua takes a sack. We go into the half. I'm fine with what happened here. I understand them trying to go for a 62-yard field goal. You never know what could happen there. Block field goal, whatever. So I'm okay with Tua taking the sack here. Because there was nothing there. When I was watching it, I'm like, I need to see this again to see if there's anything there, if they had any routes by the first down marker to just kind of move us up a little bit. But I'll play it, and like I said, I'm all right with this. Because you see Waddle, the corner goes up. He wants to throw to Waddle. He wants to throw to Gesicki. Both guys are covered. Takes the sack. Going to the half, up by 10. Because you can see when he wants to throw it. He wants to throw this right here, right? He's looking at it. He wants to throw that, but the corner's there. So he can't throw that. So then his next option is Gesicki. So then he wants to throw to Gesicki, but the corner's there. So he can't throw that, and he said, screw it. He ain't throwing it down here to Devonta Parker, who's quadruple covered. There ain't no way you're throwing it down here. And again, covered, takes a sack. I'm fine with that. So do you remember before when I said Mac Jones doesn't really scare me and I would blitz him more often than the Dolphins did? Because the Dolphins respected Mac Jones more than they respected Lamar Jackson. And I get that, right? Mac Jones is a better pure passer than Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is a great athlete, right? When it comes to his speed, when it comes to his elusiveness, and he can throw the ball. Mac Jones is more smart, and he's more of a passer than Lamar Jackson. So me personally, I would have been more afraid to blitz Lamar Jackson as much as the Dolphins did, because he could potentially get out and, gain yardage with his legs. Whereas Mac Jones, I'm going to show you on this play why I would have put more pressure on him. So there's going to be a play action here. He's going to roll out to his right, and he's going to try to throw a deep pass, but he's off. Play action here, roll out. Andrew Van Ginkel getting pressure on him, and you just see him, right? Tosses it, incomplete. Not even close to his target. But again, the thing that scares me, he's not athletic. Mac Jones is not athletic. Tom Brady might be more athletic than him. Because watching him run, he ain't athletic. And we've seen Tua. I think I have 2 runs from Tua here where he shows way more athletic than Mac Jones is. So, again, I would have pressured him more. In the future, if whoever the defensive coordinator is or the head coach is, I'd pressure him way more and play just tighter coverage on the receivers, because he doesn't scare me. I may be wrong. So let me know if I'm wrong. I know Patriot fans might be watching this and saying, "You're an idiot." A play right there shows me I'm not worried about him. He's not athletic, and he's off throwing it on the run. So this is 3rd down. We're going to get sacked on Mac Jones here. And the guy I feel the worst about is Jalen Phillips. He had 8.5 sacks this year, and he should have had 10.5. Because I showed you guys a game where he was like the quarterback ducked under, and then somebody had to clean up sack, and he was so close to getting the sack, and he clapped his hands together. Here's another instance. Jalen Phillips should have had 10.5 sacks. Maybe more, but should have had 10.5 sacks. So you're going to see here, great play by Andrew Van Ginkel, but you just see, Mac Jones got scared and he dropped. So you got all this pressure over here. They sent 5. You got the blitz here from Eric Rowe, which then in turn made the right tackle take Eric Rowe, leaving him wide open. But you see here another stunt, and he just ducks under Phillips, and Christian Wilkins gets the sack. Should have had 10.5 sacks. Double digits on his rookie year. I'm telling you, he's going to be great. So at this point, the score is 24-10. They kicked a field goal on the last the sack I showed you, and then the Dolphins had a nice drive with a nice there was a fumble, and then the Dolphins end up marching down the field and getting a touchdown there. Actually, no, this is after the fumble. They did get it's 24-10. Just know it's 24-10. But Mac Jones fumbles, and this is the drive where he fumbles, and it is now 3rd down here. And I'm just going to play this, and we'll break it down, because this is one of my favorite plays from this game. There's another play on 3rd and 8 with 1:56 left in the game. That's my absolute favorite. Well, this is 3rd down. Got some motion from Waddle to a drop and back. Gets a little bit of pressure in his face and just takes off. And I like that he didn't slide. And he didn't get scared, right? So let's go back and see if there was anyone open when the pressure got to him. Got a late from here from Kyle Van Noy. Not open. Trying to step up. Here comes the pressure. You got Kyle Van Noy trying to get in his face. Still, no one's really open. He could try to dump it off here, but he's got pressure in his face. He said, screw it, I'm going to take off running. Here he comes. And just gets a big chunk yardage. We'll look at it from the other angle, but it was a great play by Tua, and that shows you the difference between him and Mac Jones. Mac Jones ain't running that fast, and I'm not saying Tua is fast. I'm not saying he's Kyler Murray. I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying he's any fast quarterback you could think of. But that's the difference between him and Mac, because I don't think Mac is doing that. Here comes Kyle Van Noy getting pressure in his face. He jukes him out of his sneakers, and he keeps going instead of sliding. Gets the first down. How you do? Great play. It was one of my favorite plays of the game, because you just that's what I'm talking about. And then you see Waddle back here pumping him up. I don't know how you can't like this kid. So this is 3rd down here. I think there's about like 7 minutes left on the clock. At this point, the Dolphins are up 27-17. They have a 10-point lead after giving up a touchdown. Yeah, after giving up a touchdown and this is, I showed the play of him scrambling. I've showed him making throws, but then I've showed him missing throws. And this is, again, if I had a theme for Tua's 2021, it's inconsistency. And right here, he makes this pass 9 out of 10 times to Waddle, but he just misses it. This is a first down and potentially eating more clock up. Just completely misses it. And it's not even like he really had to worry about pressure being in his face. Drop him back. No. He knows when to throw it, but he just throws it behind him. He puts that in front of him. He's going to catch it for the first down. We get more clock up. Then we don't have to worry about being, up only by 3, 27-24. So again, I'm going to talk about this when I go into Tua's evaluation on 2021, but he has these throws where he wows you, and then he has these throws like, man, you can make these throws. I don't understand why you're not doing it. So the Dolphins have the ball now. Patriots have scored. The Dolphins are up 27-24. It is 2:53 left on the clock, and this is first down on our own 25. This play shows how important and how critical having a good run game is, because at this point, Duke Johnson already has broken 100 yards rushing, and he's in there. This is a pistol formation. He's in there. This play here shows how important having a good run game is, because the Patriot defense bites so hard on the play action here that it allows Durham Smythe to get open and allows us to get the first down and eat a lot of clock up. So you have Durham Smythe in motion here. Well, play action here, wide open. Wide open for an easy 15 yards. Smart on Durham Smythe to get down there. But just wide open. And you see, right? Pulls it. They're all waiting for the run. And he just bounces right to the outside. Great play. This play is, it got me so pumped up, this play. There is a minute 56 left on the clock. I think the Patriots still have their timeouts. It is 3rd and 8. Dolphins weren't doing good on 3rd and longs in this game. So if the Dolphins can get this first down here, pretty much seals the game for them, being up by 3. They don't convert this 3rd down, and there's a chance that the Patriots can march down the field. They did it twice already to get the score within 3, to potentially kick a tying field goal or win the game. We don't want that to happen. We don't want them to win the division. So just watch this play, and it's just, I love this play. Dropping back, looking, he gets pressure in his face, he takes off. First down. And I love it. I love it. It just pumps. That's Duke Johnson behind him giving a big hug. Duke Johnson wasn't with the team all season. And look at Robert Hunt. It just pumps up the whole team. Stuff like that. I love it. Have some motion here. Let's see if anyone was open before he started running. So let's see if anyone's open before he starts running. And if he could have thrown it. So they're sending 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dolphins only keeping in 5. Actually, no, they're only sending 4. They're dropping 1 back. Not at this point. No one's open. And Judon beats... Oh, that's a hold right there. Judon beats him. Steps up. Yeah, no. Smart of him to take off. Very smart of him to take off and get that first down. Absolutely smart. Because Judon got beat his guy, and then he tries to step up, which, again, I greatly appreciate. If you look at me looking over like that, it's because I'm trying to... He tries to step up. And the DTs get in there as well, right? Judon steps up. You have him trying to get him, evades it, takes off. Look out from the other angles. You could see it's not only is the run great, but it shows how great his pocket presence is. Because he gets pressure on him real quick, especially from Judon on Jones, right? Steps up to avoid it. You see this right here. Gets to his left. tucked the ball to run, and then he brought the ball back out to see if he could throw it. Nothing there, and he takes off. Just love it. That pumps you up. Pumps you up. I absolutely love that. And it sealed the game. Because we kicked the ball back to him with 3 seconds left. And that's going to be the last play I'm going to talk about. Because, man, is it funny. I'm showing it from this angle because from the other angle, it's way too far. But they tried to do some trickeration. They tried to do a Miami miracle of their own. Differences. We didn't start out our own 2-yard line. Good on you, Pilardi. And it's just hilarious to me. I laughed so hard when it happened, right? Go throw this pass. He's going to run around. I'm like, get a safety. Please get a safety here. And then he's like, oh, let me throw it back to Sam McGuavin. Who was he even trying to get that to for the touchdown? Who was he even trying to get that to? But overall, good running game. Defense was tight for the most part, but then again, towards the end, they started giving up touchdowns and long plays that were driving me nuts. I would have preferred them to be more aggressive towards Mac Jones. I think Tua had a decent game. They didn't ask much of Tua. They didn't need to ask much of Tua. And we won. Wish they would have took this game plan and put it towards the Tennessee Titan game. But that's it. Final film breakdown of the season. If the Dolphins end up making some moves, or if the Dolphins end up going after certain players, maybe I'll do a little bit of a film breakdown of those certain players, quarterbacks, whatever happens. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed the film breakdown all season. I enjoyed sitting down, looking at all of the film every week. Really helped me learn more about the game and stuff. So other than that, guys, I'll see you either I think tomorrow with the Tua Tagovailoa evaluations coming out. So it's going to be interesting. Like usual, stay classy. And fins up.